So let's hear it. I don't know if we got to do this twice for you, but we're going to do it twice. We're going to do it twice for you, man. Oh, Dad.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those days. We didn't do it last week because you escaped the TFC smoke and you want to talk about them.
Hey, they beat your team.
But now I don't give a damn. Now we're getting to it. You know what time it is. It's Canada. It's your country. It's our country. You love them. You're a Voyager. You expected more. Everyone expected more. At halftime, you thought it was going to be a semifinal appearance. And then their true color showed. They showed bright, really bright. Oh, man. Oh, Canada.
Cool. Wow.
How do you feel?
Let
us have it. Let us have it. Let us know how you feel. You were crushed, like everyone was crushed. I saw the halftime tweets. Everyone thought, this is it. This is what we've been waiting to see. And then Haiti, and then Canada and Haiti kind of did what they've been doing throughout this tournament. Yeah, and now we're here. Yeah, so go. Floor's yours.
I honestly, I think this one's on John. Squarely, I think he has to take the blame for this. Some interesting substitution. I can't understand the one substitution that he makes changes the momentum of that match, whether you realized it or not. There was no need to take out Osorio and put in Mark-Anthony Kaye. And I like Mark-Anthony Kaye. There's no disrespect to him in
you don't
whatsoever.
Have to like him. You don't have to like him.
No, I don't. I like him as a player. But he doesn't need to make the substitution. Have you ever been in a match where you just don't have to make changes, but you're making... I just felt like he made changes for the sake of making changes, because that game was going perfectly to plan. They had everything under control, and all of a sudden he makes those changes, and he almost allows Haiti to get back into that match. Then I don't know what's the right back's name for Canada?
Godinho?
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking on that challenge. But it's 100% penalty, and anybody who tells you otherwise doesn't know.
That was the worst.
doesn't know football.
That was the worst.
Yeah,
foul.
There's no need for him to make that tackle. But you know what? Once he does, that momentum is all on Haiti's side, and you were just waiting for that third goal to go in. For me, this is not, and I've read on Twitter, this is worse. This is the low point this is not the low point for Canada. For me, it's an opportunity to understand, to grow from where they are right now. They should never be losing that game. That is on Herdman, better man management, and that's on some of the veterans on that team too, because there are a lot of players who have big experience playing in the Premier League, playing in the Champions League. I kind of expected better from some of those guys in terms of composure and whatnot. There were good signs, because I thought Alfonso had a very good game. I thought even Junior Hoylett had a good game.
He had a good first half.
Yeah.
He had a bad second half.
What's his name?
What's whose name?
The other forward for Canada that escapes me right now.
James.
I thought he showed promise. To be honest, I almost think that
I don't even know his name. David, James. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Jonathan.
Whatever.
Yeah. We should know this. Jonathan David.
Jonathan David. I think he has as bright of a future as Alfonso Davies.
Yeah, as we're looking at it right now, he's looked much. But granted, the situation, he's looked much better.
Yeah. I am one that doesn't think that left back is Alfonso Davies' best position.
But I told you that.
I know.
Now I want to know who was having the conversation about what and who agreed that it was his best position or he should play there. No, he should not play there. Alfonso Davies should not play at left back because he's not a good defender, and this is not a side where they are filled with great defenders. No. So you might as well put Ashton Morgan there and let him stink it up.
Oh, and he's fantastic at that, by the way.
And then, it doesn't make any sense. Alfonso Davies should be starting as your left winger, especially if he's your prodigy and he's the player that you want to build around going forward. And I like to think that he is one of the players they want to build around going forward. Unless that has changed over the past 6 months.
No, it definitely hasn't.
So they need to play him in his correct position instead of playing him at left back, because just like in the Mexico game, and I cannot blame him because he's not a left back. I don't care if he's played there or you can put him there. He is not a proper left back. So do not put him there at that level because he will get smoked. And like Mexico, he conceded the same mistake and Canada conceded the same goal. And that is on Herdman. And that is a reason why he deserves smoke. So, well, I don't know why. That's why. You can continue.
No, I'm done.
Oh, no, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Canada played well in the first half. They played really great in the first half. And Junior Hoylett played very great. I'll kill Junior Hoylett for the rest of my life because you want to know why I'm going to kill him? Because I'm going to kill him because for a player of his stature,
Yep. You expect better?
no, I expect some goals.
Okay.
From open play.
Fair enough.
I expect you to create some goals.
Okay.
I expect you to do a bit more, and I never get that from him.
Okay.
They played good in the first half. The second half, I just felt like they were a bit too conservative. They dropped off a bit deeper. I can agree with your point about Osorio. I can.
Yeah.
I don't know what the issue was. We don't know the issue. I don't know.
I have no idea. But I thought he was having a very efficient game, quiet but efficient.
Fair enough. I'm not going to say he played bad. You know me. I just have one gripe with him, and that's about it. But that gripe does not matter on that day.
On that day, yeah.
And they dropped off a bit deeper, and then they made mistakes.
Yep.
They made mistakes. They dropped off a bit deeper. I thought Hoylett, who was doing very good, dropping off into midfield and overloading and creating chances, stopped doing that in the second half. Then he was losing the ball, and he wasn't winning his 1v1s. And the first mistake is on the goalkeeper. 110%.
Yep.
The second mistake is on Godinho.
Yep.
And the third mistake is, you got to blame Davies.
Yep.
And when you look at it, you have a goalkeeping mistake. You have both of your fullbacks getting exposed, which has been a recurring theme throughout this tournament. And we know that Canada's defense isn't that great. And then when that's happening and the tide is going against you, you end up losing the game. We've seen that happen. We've experienced that playing. We've seen it happen to the best of teams that regardless of the scoreline, you're up 2-0, you're up 3-0. The team scores another goal. They score one, they score two. They build confidence. They take the momentum. They go on to take care of the game.
We've seen that in every league at every level.
Every level.
Yep.
So that's kind of what happened. I understand why people are blaming Herdman, and I did blame him. Someone on Twitter said that we can't blame him. Yes, we can. He should have managed that game much better, and Canada should not be losing. I don't care how ignorant or naive this may sound. Canada should not be losing to Haiti.
Nope.
They should not. They just should not be losing to Haiti.
Nope.
They have too much talent, too many resources, and when you're up 2-0 in a game like that with the players on that field and a coach that should be the guy, you should not be losing that game, and they did. And I also blamed the guys in midfield, and you could say that it's fair or it's not, but I do really think that Scott and Atiba should be controlling that game in the second half.
And that's what I referred to before. Atiba's played in many of big games, so has Scott, and I expected a little bit more leadership from those two players. My question for you is: have you seen enough from Canada that they can get to the Hex? Because I think with this team, I think that is forget. I know, and
you can't lose to Haiti.
I know, but they may not be in the same.
Yeah. My thing is they also avoided teams that will be there, like teams that were on the other side.
Okay.
Like Panama was on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Honduras.
Yes.
Like those aren't bad teams.
No.
Was Costa Rica on the other side too?
Yes.
You see, like those are teams that I expect them to be there.
Right.
And I think that,
but they're not going to play all of them in getting to that Hex phase.
Well, I think they should get to the Hex.
Is that with that? Have you seen enough that they should be able to get there? I'm not talking about qualifying out of the Hex. I'm just saying, can they get to the Hex? Because that's where they stumbled. Based
on who they play, they should. But it also, there's so many factors that come into play: development of players, Herdman himself and how he learns from it. The point I wanted to make before you even asked that question was the fact that I agree with you on the sense that it's not a low point, And if there's anything, you could look at that and build on that and see that, yeah, we got some players here that have the potential to possibly elevate their game and reach another level and compete at this level. And they can use this as experience and use this as a reminder that, this was a bad night and we don't want this to happen again. And that is why I called on Atiba and Scott. And I think there was someone else that I called upon in that team to really step up and actually.
Samuel?
No. So I think it was those two. That in the midfield, that they needed to step up to make a difference, because when you look across that squad, all those players some of them, it's their first time being on that stage.
Yes, that's fine.
And those guys need to take initiative and they need to, make the difference. But now when we look at it, John should have an idea of the mistakes he's made, what went right, what went wrong, how he wants them to play, and who is going to be the guys that he trusts on to build forward. But the first thing he's got to do is sort out the fullback areas, find someone that could play left back or mold someone into a left back. And also the defense needs to get better. And then it's just a tough situation because it's not like he could go and develop these players.
No.
Like it's on them.
Correct.
So it's too tough to really make that assessment until we're closer there, because we have to see how those players grow. Because it's not like we're here with players that are like on the cusp of being world class and you just expect them to maintain that level going forward, right?
Yep.
It's a lot of players that are going in the right direction, but need to continue there and need to be in the right environments to get there. And some of them are, but you just have to hope that they continue to do that. And I don't know how much depth they have as to who they could really bring off the bench to really change that, because like I said, Ashton Morgan's there, not really my cup of tea. Will Johnson's days are should be done.
Yep.
I'm not a big Piet guy, but he's young too, that I know of, and he could develop. Tybert's there, not really big on him, but he could develop. I'm not big on Kyle, but who knows? His game could develop as well.
Yep.
But like I said, they got to really find some fullbacks.
Yes.
They got to start working on that. CPL, whoever is developing these players, get the fullbacks ready, because we need some.
Yep.
And whatever happened there, you kind of get a pass because this is your first run at the show. But that can't happen again, especially to Haiti. Like if that happened to like Mexico or the States, one of the teams that we named on the other side, I'd be like, yeah, it's still disappointing. But those teams have been there and done that.
Yep.
But to happen to that team,
exactly,
and in the manner that it happened in,
yep,
that can't happen. And that needs to be rectified and that needs to be fixed. So that's where I kind of stand on that. Not too disappointed. Obviously, you'd want to see them play Mexico, but disappointed in the manner that they lost, but not disappointed as a whole, because there's something there.
And I think what you just said is very key. That we haven't said about a Canada team in a while, that there's something there for the future.
Yeah.
But what, to your point, which is very important, when do they take the next step? Because that's what's important. They're on the brink of something, but it's taking that next step, and it's got to be now. It's got to be, you've got to set your goals of making it into the hex for that next qualifying. For me, that's the bare minimum for Canada.
Yeah.
Oh
no, they got to make it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, baby steps. Baby steps. Yeah, that's fair. Baby steps.
No, because I think
a normal person, a normal human being would say baby steps.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think if you're truly looking at this Canada team, you're not saying that for the next World Cup is to qualify. I think you've got to temper those expectations.
Oh, hold on. For 20 what?
2022.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe.
I
know.
Like, look, with what has transpired, they haven't qualified for the hex in I don't know how many years, but that's the next progression, is to qualify to the hex. So if they can do it, I think that's a positive step for John and his staff.
We'll, we'll see. I'm gonna have that expectation that make that hex, and then
And then
you know,
see.
and then see.
Yeah.
They should at least that should be the goal. If they don't, then
Yeah.
maybe we gotta start asking some questions. But we'll wait. Like I said, I don't want to kill him yet. I think I killed him for being appointed the manager.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. We're giving you a little pass, John.
Yeah. Oh,
We're giving you a little pass. We don't really do that.
No.
But I want to be fair, and I don't want to just kill you right off the bat. But now the eyes are there, and the eyes are watching. And if you don't get that done, I don't know how we could, depending on the manner in which Canada qualify, or the manner if they don't qualify, the manner in which that doesn't happen, we have to really assess that going forward. Because I don't know, you're gonna give this guy the keys to 2026 if they really have a terrible qualifying campaign. That's something that needs to be addressed, and that's something that he needs to look at. And like I said, this is why this tournament's important. It's not about winning it. It's just about developing that base to build off of and go from there.
And I think the base is we're starting to see something.
Yeah, but I'm just worried that a lot of them are young.
Yeah.
I'm worried that there's not enough experience there. And the three guys were Atiba,
Who is it?
Scott, and Hoyat.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
At some point, you got to step up too.
Yeah.
And I want to see how much longer he's in the fold. I'm assuming he's going to be in the fold for the next running qualifiers. But at some point, I mean, we got to look in a direction where I don't have to kill you every time Canada plays.